Contacts can be created in different ways, manually or automatically. The most common way to create contacts manually is the direct entry of contacts, results and follow-up contacts by a salesperson. This process is fully explained in Scenario 5, Showroom Control, and Scenario 6, Follow-up of planned contacts in the diary. A second way of manually creating contacts is the injection of memos in a salesperson's diary through a campaign. If you are interested in knowing how this works, we invite you to check out Scenario 9, Direct Marketing Campaign. Automatic memos can be generated as a result of the modification of a field and as an automatic follow-up contact triggered by the entry of a specific result. This scenario discusses both types of automatic contact generation. According to the status of certain fields of a prospect, car or offer, an open memo can be created a number of days before or after a calculated or committed date or when specified mileage conditions are reached. There are some rules that you need to keep in mind. No duplicate memos are created, which means that when an open memo is found for the same field on the same date, no additional memo will be created. When a memo is found for the same field on another date, the original memo will be replaced. Non-working days are not considered, which means that automatic memos can be created on days that are indicated as being non-working days for the user involved. Memos are created upon save of an object, that is, no memo is created until a prospect, car or offer is saved. To generate all memos in a single action, you will need to execute the system task Automatic Memo Creation. The configuration of automatic memos is done in the diary settings by either the manager or the system administrator. As you can see, some definitions have already been entered. Note that you will only be able to add new definitions and that existing definitions will only be executed when Activate is enabled. We will add a new definition that is linked to the birth date of a prospect. You can link automatic memos to a number of fields in contact. In our case, we need to select Prospect Date of Birth. We will have the memo created in the main salesperson's diary with an origin of dealer initiative. He will have to send a birthday card 7 days beforehand. In case of an automatic memo for a car field, you will have to indicate whether you want to have it created for the owner, the driver, the contract holder, or any combination of these. To verify our definition, we will enter the date of birth of our Mr. Tooley, which is the 15th of September. Remember that the automatic memo is not created until the prospect is saved. We call up our Mr. Tooley again, and as you can see, an open contact has been created on the 8th of September with the correct parameters. According to the result entered for an open contact, an open memo can be created. Again, there are some rules that you need to keep in mind. This result may have been entered manually or generated automatically. The creation can be fully automatic or confirmation by the user may be required. And no duplicate memos are created, which means that when an open memo is found for the same field on the same date, no additional memo will be created. When a memo is found for the same field on another date, the original memo will be moved. In the last part of the demonstration, we will have an automatic follow-up contact created when the result of a contact is test drive made. For each available result in the list, a definition can be defined. We will have the main salesperson of the prospect make out an offer 7 days after the test drive has occurred, and to be sure that the salesperson is free at this time, we will prompt for confirmation. Now as it happens, our Mr. Tooley has a test drive planned for this afternoon. We call up our Mr. Tooley and open the contact. Everything went as expected and Mr. Tooley made his test drive in a Peugeot 307 brake. He also indicated that when he is going to buy a new car next September, he is going to trade in his current car. As foreseen, the system now asks to confirm the creation of the follow-up contact, which we do. Note that the previously open contact now has the status of done, and that a new open contact has been created on August 25 with the correct parameters.